Grace and peace. I don't know why these lives are taking so long to load up. I was having some problems yesterday. Eventually, I got on, and I think this morning it was ready, and I put it in there to my for my Patreon people. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the work and being patient with us and everything. I'm gonna try to give a couple of minutes for a couple of y'all to get on here, make sure this thing is operating properly, and then I'm going to ask a question. Do me a favor, just type one if I sound like, if I can stay like this at this volume. I, I kind of, no, I'm not on the other thing. Oh my goodness. And hey, Melinda, 1973. Oh, yeah, sister. Oh yeah, my apostolic friend. I would like to have you on, but we're gonna do a part two. I just want to bring this up. I want to put it out there, and please, by all means, type inside of the comment section. Why do Christians dress like that, y'all? If y'all saw the video from yesterday, don't wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't listen, lady. We don't want no haters right now. Why do Christians dress like that? Um, y'all heard the situation with me. I went through my first couple of classes today and everything was all right. I'm not here. I went to service, no shirt, no tie as of yet. I wasn't in the front row. Shalom, Bell. I was in the second row. But part of the requirements with me going through this training is dress code. Dress code, the shirt and tie. They want me to put the hard shoes on also. But in the midst of that, I was asking a good friend of mine a question about sisters rush and sisters in the church, and people did ask the question, why do so many, and it's come up before, of course, certain people are going to throw it out there, and this, I don't want people to think by any means this is coming around because I just feel like beating up on Christianity. They gave me a dress code and I have to comply. I don't want to comply, but I have to comply. But why do somebody said why could say it this way, why do Christian women dress the way that they do? Some Christian women dress the way that they do, showing all of their curves off. And we have other people, or should I say, accentuating their curves. You can see everything, or you can see a lot. And I've heard sisters say, "Well, I got it. I can't hide what I got," and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into the whole thing. I'm gonna wait for sister. I'm gonna wait for Sister Hicks to jump on, and we're gonna discuss it. But I want to bring that out. And when we start talking about the dress, it's crazy because we have people that are, we would say, not saved, unsaved people. We talk about them Israelites and they need to get saved. Them Israelites, but the Israelite women dress a certain way. There's a lot of Israelite women that dress a certain way. The Muslims are unsaved. A lot of unsaved Muslims and women dress a certain way. Hindu women dress a certain way. It's just us in Christianity that have this freedom in Christ. It's just us in Christianity that have this freedom in Christ. And sometimes it seems like we can take certain things too far. Now I was arguing with my sister. I'm glad she can't speak right now. And I say it's in the heart. That's what we would often say. It's a matter of the heart. Now remember, because they want to change my dress code, I'm thinking about this, and there's some other things that I was discussing with my sister, but I'm just bringing it up for that purpose. I'm not going to be on, and this is not to bang on the church. A lot of people say it doesn't make a difference what you look like on the outside. I want to see, do me a favor, if it doesn't make a difference what you look like on the outside, type a one in there. If it does not make a difference what you look like on the outside, because I have people telling me, and I remember my sisters telling me a long time ago, you turn on the camera on anyway. You see how you be looking? You turn the camera on anyway. You're supposed to have suit on. You're supposed to have cuffs on. You want to really draw a crowd. You want to do it the right way. You want to look like, because she say to look like, I'm going to tell y'all just talking among the preachers, they say to look like, if you want to draw some people with whatever, some intelligent people, some people that's going to be there to help you move the work on, to help you, find to help you in whatever way, if you have to look like something. Dealing with a lot of you folk. All right, somebody else did say it matters. Can't just be looking like anything, talking about God will bless you and God will prosper you. You gotta be tight, shaven, tight. Everything has to be tight. And people like to follow someone that looks like they're going somewhere. So these people are trying to help me in those areas, and they say, listen, you can do what you want after you get up out of here, but once you're in here with us, that's all we ask. Little things. Show up to church every night. Grace and peace. Yolanda made it in the first 5 minutes. How long we been on? 5 minutes exactly. All right, she beat the clock. So what do you think about that, Yolanda? What do y'all think about that? What are we going to do with that? And like I said, this is not to bang on women. I dress a certain way. The brother said, listen, if you want to come to church with jeans on, and we got an argument up in the office with the bishop, and the bishop saying, listen, you want to wear a sweatsuit. A sweatsuit is for the gym. I can tell you, Rolls Royce, that looks like what's that? A Pinto, please. It's a Rolls under the hood, though. That's I shouldn't even read her comment because I know she want to jump on. How did I knew Israel they always talk trouble. How did Jesus dress? We don't want to dress like Jesus. I don't want sandals. I don't want everybody seeing my toes. So what do we do with this stuff? And I'm not even getting into the women and the pants and stuff. I'm just talking about the curvy stuff, the tight stuff. Sister said she can't hide what she got. But we got some Muslim women that got something, but they covering it up. We got some Hebrew women. I know some Israelite women, and I seen them, and I know they working with something, but they changed their look, they changed their dress. Is it becoming to holiness? This is the beef, Sister Bell. Is it? Does it make a difference? Can you dress and look like I hate to use bad words, freak, a dot, a hot? Can you dress a certain way and really represent Christ? The outside don't really mean anything. I'm different. I'm a guy. Your lust, your problem. Oh, so you can dress anyway, but it's the lust, it's the man's problem. Is it on the woman? On what she's wearing going to church? Is it really on the woman, or should men just get their dirty minds out the gutter and get their eyes off and stand in the front of the church so you ain't got to see nobody standing up and being behind something that may offend you? All we know is that Wooly looks like a Nicki Minaj, etc. Said he's feminine dresser for men. Okay, some of our outfits are on us. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep reading. I didn't bring up the other phone. I said I was going to bring this stuff out. It matters on both sides. The scriptures speak about shamefacedness. The women who dress like that have more lust. I don't know. You're a woman. I definitely need. Matter of fact, I'm going to cut this conversation short because I want to make sure I get the sister that started the whole thing. And like I said, I don't want to. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just talking about what they want me to do. I've been talking about all of this stuff here, but they want me to wear a shirt and a tie. And if I want to go along with the program for these people, for certain people that's in this program that I'm in, you have to have that. The outside means nothing. Good fruit comes outside of a well-ground tree. All right, the outside means nothing. We'll get into the bathing suits and all of that other stuff later on. Because to the old timers, all this stuff was sin. But we're a new breed. We're a different breed of people, and there's some other stuff going on. I'm gonna try to see if I can get her on. I'm gonna jump off. I just wanted to throw that out there right now, and y'all speak up in the comment section. Do all things in modesty. Modesty is important. Modesty is important, but there's a lot of people. What might be modest to you, Sister Yolanda, is not modest to everybody. I've known some straight freaks in the church, and they got me twisted. All right, you said you know some. All right, they need some Hebrew gear. I see y'all got a little something, but don't act like we ain't got the spirit, because some of our women dressing, not all of them, but some of our women are dressing a little crazy. But I'd rather y'all hear from a sister that's coming on. So I'll try to see if I can get her on. If not, I'll pre-record it, then upload it. Because I tell you, them people told me they don't bring the laptop. But I got two phones with me. I brought two phones in, but I couldn't bring the laptop in, at least not for a while. I spoke to a few people, and y'all just pray for me. Some stuff could be changing around, turning around. We don't want to jump ahead of the program, but I didn't have to wear a tie today, and hopefully I won't have one on tomorrow. But I'm gonna let y'all see me through this whole journey. Outside of that Israel thing, I got some mail coming in. Some people were asking me back about, those brothers, and I told them I'm going to work on all of that stuff coming in. But I just want to throw this out there for y'all people that's been following the conversation, and y'all know what's going on. I said I was just going to drop one or two things or a hint of what we were going to start dealing with. That color confusion. I definitely need Sister SK on there, Sister Hicks. Rodney. I need you to jump on there, and Ella Johnson. I don't know where Perry at, and I need Perry. I need a few people, and I'm gonna hit Charles. 504, grace and peace. If you're dressing to bring lustful attention to yourself, you're causing a stumbling block. Amen. But some sisters, they just want a husband. LeChat, I need you on there. I know this screen is gonna, let me see if the screen will stay still so I can see what you're saying. Why is it that a man can have a three-piece suit on and we can tell he's fine, but women have to bear themselves to look, all right, to look upon as fine? It's a double standard. Is it a double standard? We might need a chat on there. I might just let you and Sister Hicks, because y'all are sisters, and it might feel better coming from sisters. I heard her and I was like, wow, you look so young, but you talk like an old lady. A lot of women today, nobody's dressing modest today. We got mamas out here that's 62 years old, and I can't lie. I don't know what them things are they wearing up underneath them dresses, but we got some mamas out here, some grandmas, some glamorous grandmas out here, and they're looking very nice. Let's just put it that way. They're looking very curvy, and they're in competition with the 28-year-old sisters, with the 35-year-old sisters. So we got a problem all around. Everybody looking for man. Oh Lord. As soon as I start, I'm trying to change the subject so I won't go in, but we have some problems there. Why do the people, the devils, LeChat, I want to hear from LeChat, 504, why the devil, the unsaved people, the Muslim women, oh, they make them dress like that. Why do the Muslim women and the Hindu women and them Israelite women that they ain't got the whole, why do they dress? They can fool people. Their dress looks more pure and holy. Even to a drug dealer on the block, even to an atheist, they would think that the Israelite woman or the Muslim woman is more holy than a tongue-talking, dancing Pentecostal. Do things like this matter, or is it just carnalness? And if God is going to move on a heart, he's going to move on a heart and forget about garments, forget about the outside. Can you, cause my homegirl, can you dress a certain way and draw a spirit to yourself? When we start dealing with clothes, can clothes and the attitude or spirits connected to your dress and your attitude, even if you don't say the wrong thing? You dress and walk down the street sexy. You go to church sexy. There's just a sexy air about you to make men say nasty things. A flash is gonna flash, but could it be that you putting out an energy and spirits recognize some stuff? My homegirl said, all these guys want to do is bend me over. I'm sorry, Father God. That's another reason that I need an education. I need school. I don't know how to talk. She said, all the guys want to do is bend me over. I said, well, could it be an air about yourself? Now, I ain't saying nothing. She'll get mad, but that's my friend. But could it be an air about yourself? Could you be putting something out there? I know. We don't believe in spirits, and we don't believe in energies and transference and sending vibes. We don't believe in none of that stuff, but it's just strange. Berean is starting to grow a brain. Man, by the time I get up out of here, I don't know. I was just talking to the barber downstairs. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep this anyway. They gonna have to do some other stuff with me, but I'm gonna have to let them trim it up. I might as well go ahead and brew all the way out, because I'm already in trouble messing around with y'all. Grace and peace, Lot. We need some help, Lot. We talking about holiness, and is there a connection with holiness? Is there a connection with holiness and dress? Or is the church just changing? Is this just a new day? What is your motive for clothing yourself that way? Where is your heart? What do you mean? Listen. Grace and peace, Glass. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. These women need a husband. They want a husband. So stop acting. The chat. Stop being holy. You probably already got you a husband. That's the problem. There's some sisters out here and they want some husbands and they want to catch some eyes, and there ain't that many coming through the church doors. There ain't that many coming through the church door. So what we gonna do? We gotta, there's some sisters that, I'm willing to go volunteer in the prison, and, they'll put something nice on to go up there to get a friend, because they just want a friend. Some sisters is praying for a husband. Y'all might have to consider, convicted felons. Y'all might have to consider dating outside of your race. That's a whole nother thing. I don't even want to get on that subject. That's a whole nother thing. But the thing is holiness. And there's some street people. The other street woman said the thing that caught her with the other people, I hate keep bringing up Israelites, but it's a movement that's growing, that she was like, they just different. The modesty. My other sister said she liked the way that I should let her testify that, but I'm going to take it anyway. Sis, you get mad, text me on the other phone, not this number. She said she liked the way that the people in the mosque across the street was dressing. The prison no longer Brother Berean. But so what do y'all? Well, I don't know. What do y'all think about that? These are things that we got to look at. The other thing that I'm gonna have to I don't even know who I'm gonna bring on with that. Let me see. Wait, she's right here. I have to stop it. I have to go back. Dressing like that won't get you a husband. Wait a minute. Who told you that? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all read her comments. I can't even read them comments. She said it'll get you some vitamin D, but not a husband. And and I'm gonna tell y'all something, guys. We funny. We're quick to you can dress sexy and all of that, and ministers and everything, Yolanda. I'm gonna tell y'all what God loves, and that's the truth. Ministers, there's plenty of ministers out here because there's some women that want to run around in the church and date a minister, date a prophet, date a pastor, anybody in the five, like they would date an NBA player because in the black church that's some popular stuff. But in all actuality, there's a lot of ministers that'll sleep with you and then go get them a plain Jane the wife, that first lady material, and they say you're not that. But they're showing and to tell you when they're trying to get up in your when they trying to be with you, we call them the temple sisters. That's all. There's just some sisters, around the temple. They always coming around. They'll give an offering. They'll do whatever to get up in your face. But they're there for one reason, and they think that this guy won't sleep with you, even though he's a pastor, even though he's a minister. He'll do it and just move on. He'll do it and move on. So a lot of times it's not about the dress. Thank you so much. Love your spirit, brother. Thank you so much, Mr. Glass. We appreciate you in that super chat. So what are we going to do with things like that? And like I said, another thing that really gets my heart is if we say those other people don't have the real truth. Like I said, let's just put down the Christmas tree. Let's just put down some things. Can we just put down some of the dress so the Israelites and other people won't use that against us? Is that fair or is that unfair? Where's the chat at? Sister Hicks, is that fair for me to say that we should do some stuff so we won't have a form of the world, having a form of godliness? Because we go and we sing and we dance and we do all of that stuff, but we got to ask fair questions. Has the church become so much like the world? And this isn't one of Berean got those banging videos. He can't bang on the church. Should we discuss some things? Have we took our freedom in Christ too far? Our liberation too far? I told you when them other people said they was gonna turn it up and be on Instagram and gonna have a tattoo party at the church, I was like, I'm good, y'all. Now I know y'all doing some stuff to try to catch people. Hey, peace, Richardson. Y'all trying to do stuff to bring people in to make them get saved, but maybe we should just preach Christ and Him crucified. Maybe all the tricks and the coffees and the game, and maybe all the trickery and the raffles. Maybe we need to cut. Maybe we need to get the hell out the church. Maybe we need to get the hell. And I hate when they start saying what Rodney's saying. The church has become Babylon. Grace and peace. Jesus is Lord, said Christ alone. Y'all don't think we got the power. Y'all don't think the power of Christ can compel them to come to Him, can save, can clean up still? Y'all don't think that? Wait a minute now. Now who this troublemaker right here? Truth Hunter said that's why divorce is high. They go into it for the wrong reasons. Her body won't make her a good wife, and his money won't make him a good husband if God does not lead the marriage. Now, mark those that caused that was Truth Hunter. I want y'all to keep that name in mind. Because these are troublemakers in here, but is that true? That offends me, but is that true? That could be a true statement. Being sexy, and we don't even know as young men, we don't know what to pick. We want to pick the baddest chick on the choir. Oh, she light skinned with a fatty. Yeah, why we dating them? Why we doing what we doing? Somebody, maybe they're right. Because to be honest, they said we're only 3 or 4, 5 or 7%. We're almost neck and neck with the world on divorce. We're almost neck and neck with the world on divorce. And then when we get like that, we change certain things around. Because before our interpretation used to be if you get divorced, you can't get remarried except to be for fornication. Matter of fact, where them Bible thumpers at? Where Russian them Bible thumpers at? What does the Bible say about divorce, Yolanda? What does the Bible say about divorce? Because we reinterpret things as times change, as we dirty up and muddy up things in the church. We start switching the game up. We switch the interpretation up. Oh Lord, that's how I can. I gotta write my stuff out because I start freestyling and say like it sounds like I'm God hates divorce. It sounds like I'm saying stuff and hating on the church, but I'm just talking about all of us. Divorced and remarried, divorced and remarried, divorced. Most bishops I know are working on their third wife. And they claim, the secular world claims, the second and the third marriage doesn't have a better chance. It doesn't have a better chance. I don't know. I'm going to leave that alone. What does it say? I just want to see that right there. What does it say about marriage and divorce? If I'm married and divorced, do I disqualify myself from ministry? The bishop must be the husband of one wife. Come on, deacons. And that's that book. Y'all like that book? God allows the letter of divorce. God allowed or Moses allowed a letter of divorce because of the hardening of their heart. There's a lot of stuff we got to look at. It's a whole bunch of stuff that we got to look at. The other thing is, because out of respect for those pastors that's been hitting me, and it's interesting that they're showing concern about certain questions. No matter, like I said, they're into history and they're asking certain things, certain questions when we deal with the Bible and we deal with interpretation, and they want to know certain things. What are we going to do? Is there a color confusion with some of us in reading the Bible? Plain and simple, is there a color confusion with some of us in reading the Bible? Is What does it mean if I told y'all that this whole race thing was a social construct? If I said race is a social construct, how in God's earth? Because this is problems. We have problems with hermeneutic or with interpretation. If race is a social construct, how can we attempt to interpret the Bible in light of race? Rightly divide the word concerning marriage and divorce. You married and divorced? Because she could be interpreted her way. What, you working on your third? You working on your third? What's the matter? Why would you ask that one? Why would you say that? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about race in light of the Bible? Is race, if race is a social construct, and or a social construct, I'm gonna give y'all a definition, is an idea that has been created and accepted by society, like class distinction. Class distinction is a social construct. When people start talking about they were black in the Bible, when y'all start talking about that, see, then one of the problems, I'm gonna try to help y'all out. Some people ask me why I wasn't an Israelite. I said, listen, I got my understanding about some things a little bit different. When we start dealing with Galatians and all of that stuff, my understanding is let me ask y'all a question, because I'm slow, but I come here to try to learn. I want to sharpen myself up. Is everybody dark skinned black? I know that sounds stupid, but I'm not that sharp. Is everyone that is dark skinned, Rodney, please help me. You a sharp brother. Rodney, is everybody that's dark skinned black? Dark skin in India, dark skin in the Americas. Is everybody that is dark skinned black? I'm gonna let the sisters come on and teach that dress. I got 4 questions for them. Is everybody, just put that in the do me a favor and put that inside. I might get the cord for this phone. Do me a favor and put that inside the chat. One thing is becoming more and more clear. I want to make sure I see what he said. More and more clear, the mercy of God and the judgment of God. Oh no, I'm missing that. I thought I just saw. Yes, race is a social construct that ethnicity and nationality is not. All right. I might have to send you that code. Russ said one thing is becoming more and more clear in the days of. All right, I just read that. What's good for one man in a marriage might not work for my man, and what your wife may put up with. Yes, that's true. That's true. You got to know what you're going to put up with. Now, you know I told you, Brother Berean, I've been married one time. But okay, I'm just checking. I thought you was on your. Yes, everyone. Yolanda's over 2 decades married. She did mention that last summer. Yes, she did. Was coming in here bragging on us. And we don't like people like her that only been married one time. Let me stop. I'm going to stop. We're going to leave. Tell your husband we said hello. Not everybody, dog. All right, Miss B, thank you. I know it. I got sharp people in here. Now, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? No, I don't tell that those Egyptian, Arab, and Hindus working in Fortune 500 and companies in America. Because y'all start talking about the one drop rule. If that is true, listen to me, Rodney. Listen to me. I want to stop these comments for a minute because I want to read that. If that's true, can we be playing ourselves trying to interpret black, white in the Bible? If that's a social construct and we're trying to force that in our hermeneutic, is that a problem? Is that a serious problem? Because we got pastors that's really concerned. They like certain things, but they're really concerned about other things. And to be honest, I didn't know so many people was like, man, listen, I can talk to you all day behind the scenes. I don't want to look like I'm for a movement or against the movement. I'm in the corner, but this is what, it's A, B, C, and D. All right, don't European Christians create race? The Bible is about nations and bloodline. Who that other troublemaker? That's Andre Bell. Mark this name down. The chat, where y'all at? Andre Bell, the other name was Hunter. Mark these troublemakers down here. When you look at different people in the Bible, you can two groups of people who were black but not the same race. Why could that be a problem with interpreting certain things in the Bible, Rodney? You Israel, please tell me that. You can see why people would call that a problem? Who's this? So she said, congratulations. Oh, Sister Yolanda's, congratulations. Yes, I'm sorry, and we need to congratulate you to be married 20 years. Because you folk these days, y'all can't get a dime in. Y'all can't get 5 years in. Some of us, I'm talking about we, let me add myself into the number. When the saints go marching in, all right, let me see. All right, who else? Somebody said it's a zoo. I hope Rush ain't talking about no church. I hope Rush ain't talking about no church. So these are things that we got. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that code up. I think I got some time left on this thing. I mean, some what you call it left on this thing. I'm gonna jump out of here on that Patreon. I'm gonna send y'all that code right now. Oh, Dan, let me see, Daniel. People know what they're doing. What are you talking about? Far as that race thing and that color thing? That race thing and that color thing, that's a serious problem. And people are like, listen, anybody that's attempting, if they don't know, understand that there's a lot of dark people that's not black people. Because y'all don't know, on the continent of Africa, there's a lot of dark people that will come to America and look at me and be like, I'm not you. There's Africans will come here and be like, we two different people. You know, the average African Nigerian, a lot of these Nigerians can't marry somebody like me, black, born in America, born in the South. They don't want to marry you, Rodney. Rodney probably, he crazy, he probably say he don't want to marry them. I ain't putting words in the brother's mouth, but I'm just saying. They don't want to marry. They don't. They like, we different. Some of y'all are just Americans. Like somebody else said in the comments, some of y'all are just West Africans. Y'all don't want to be West Africans. So can we be having more of a problem attempting to interpret scripture and bringing certain things in that didn't come around? This race and this race construct and all that only started 400 years ago. Now we're going back to a text that's between 3,500 and 2,000 years old. That's a big no-no in hermeneutics. There's things that's laid out so we can attempt to understand the Bible. And there's laws there. But some people feel there's two extremes in interpretation. Some people feel when you open up the Bible, you ever been to a Bible study and they open up the Bible and y'all reading the Bible and they be like, well, what do that mean to you, brother? What are you talking about? That ain't Bible study. That's madness. You just read the scripture and the interpretation of what John wrote is up to Becky that's living in 2016, 2020, down there in Florida. No, that ain't how we doing it in Jacksonville. That ain't how we doing it. You got to understand, what was John trying to relate to the people at the time? We doing a lot. We doing a lot culturally. We doing a lot. So I'm gonna try to let me see if I got that number. I'm gonna try to post that. I'm gonna try to post that number. I'm gonna try to post that number in the Patreon right now so we can get on. And I'm gonna record that. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to try to post that. Rodney, please tell me, Sister Hicks, please tell me a couple of y'all could jump on there. And I want to talk about these women and that thing. And I want to talk about that race and that social construct. We'll load that video up for the rest of y'all. We'll load that up tomorrow. But these are some things that we got to discuss. And we got to discuss this right now. I'm going to try to get a bunch of stuff out of the way. All right, y'all, let me see if I stop this. Bill Gates has a patent for the, all right, cryptocurrency. Oh, man, we'll talk about that new world order coming up. Because a lot of y'all are, a lot of people home and they don't know the seals can be opening up. We could be in that time and people sitting back with masks on and there's some things happening that the Bible is seeing. Could it be the church people can't even see that we're in a strange hour and they just worried about going, let me shut my mouth. We'll talk in private, y'all. I'm gonna post the code in on Patreon right now.